Hello friends, this is Dr. Amarjeet Kaur here with you this day to talk on problem solving games. So of course it's a very interesting topic because we are going to talk about different games which can help us learn or build problem solving skill. So this is the agenda for our next few minutes. So friends, did you ever realize that certain people react very positively, very constructively, very carefully to certain situation, and other person to the same situation may respond differently, right? So there is a difference in every individual, their behavior, their response to situations, because they have different perspective, different learning, different skill set, right, and many more things which are different. So it means no two people in a team when they are working together are same, have the same skill set, have the same approach to deal with problems. So the organization can actually help them learn certain skills, to help solve problems through these games. So that's the whole crux of the topic today. So what is the background here? So background is, did you ever think that why people behave, respond differently in a same situation? Some people see problems as roadblocks, others see them as opportunities. Problem solving activities are a great way to get to know how members of a team work individually and together. So it means it's clear that no two people are together. That's what I was just talking, right? So these activities, these games are a great way to know that how members of a particular team who are working on a particular task, they work individually as well as together. When they work together, how do they respond? When they work individually, how do they respond? So the games will help managers assess the capability of every individual to solve a problem, right. So some people could be very good in analytical, another could be very good in reasoning. So and the team can actually solve a problem when they come together. So the problem solving games are a best way to assess the capabilities and consequently solve the problem. Further, problem solving is a very important skill which can be learned and transferred to others. This is a skill which professionals can use in any career to solve problems effectively. Most companies mandate encourage their employees to take part in problem solving games. So as I said, this is something which can be developed. So for problem solving is a skill, right? This can a skill can always be learned, can be transferred, and can be made better. So this is a skill which all professionals, wherever, whichever area or industry they are working in, they can work on it, and they can use it throughout their career to solve problems very effectively and be successful in their career. So that's why companies, considering the importance of problem solving skills, most of the companies nowadays they made it compulsory that employees should attend or be part of these problem solving games. Further, it is imperative for success of a business to teach all members of all teams to quickly overcome obstacles, and understanding and practicing some of the problem solving games can help professionals to grow in his or her career. So it is important, it is imperative for any business to succeed that they make their members learn about the problem solving skills and how to quickly overcome these obstacles, these problems, right. So understanding and practicing some of these games can actually help every professional or every member of a team to get a hold on the skill of problem solving, and thereby leading to a good successful career. A report published by McKinsey in year 2019 indicates that soft skills are crucial in today's world, and problem solving is the top area in which skills are lacking. A company or a team's success depends on the willingness of managers to help team build their problem solving abilities. So, most of the analytical companies or consulting groups who are publishing data on skills required or skills for 21st century, etc., etc. McKinsey is one of the company, and their report published in 2019, it says the soft skills are crucial. Of course, communication is part of soft skill. There's leadership is also so, creative thinking also soft skill. There's so many soft skills, including problem solving. So, problem solving is one of the soft skill which has been spoken so high in and is considered so important for anybody's success, including the success of a business, right. So, the company's success will depend upon that how the manager who is leading a particular team, how do they help their team members to build their problem solving abilities, skills. So, this is, of course, it flows from the strategy from the top to the bottom, but manager is the one who is leading the team, and he is somebody who has the responsibility to ensure that every team member is able to perform to the best of his or her capabilities, and certainly can help the team members grow their abilities to solve problems by using these problem solving games or activities. Now, what is the meaning of problem solving games? All those activities which target to identify those strengths and build problem solving skills and strategies while having fun with team members are known as problem solving exercises or games, right, or any activity, whichever, but the target of the activity should be what? To strengthen and to build the skill to solve problem, right. So, it could be a smallest of the small activity, it could be simply developing a communication skill, because you cannot solve the problem unless you are able to communicate effectively about the problem, explain what the problem is. So, the problem solving activities or the games, they target to strengthen and build these skills amongst the employees, amongst the team members, or anybody, for even an individual, right. So, that is what is known as problem solving games or exercises. Further, to elaborate, all those interactive challenges that aim to teach, promote and encourage the practice of analyzing problems and developing solutions for them are known as problem solving games or activities. So, these are the challenges which are interactive. So, people interact with each other. So, in games, as we play any game, right, be it cricket, kho-kho, hockey, badminton, whatever we are playing, we are interacting with the players, the other players, right. We are communicating something, we are expressing our feelings through our body language, etc., etc. So, all those interactive challenges which have certain agenda, and what is the agenda? Agenda is to teach, promote and encourage three things of what, like how to analyze a problem, how to develop solution for them. That is what is known as problem solving games or activities. Further, the problem solving games work on increasing, strengthening higher order thinking skills, develop leadership skills and focus on learning as a process for solving problems rather than an outcome. So, problem solving games, they work on increasing, strengthening the higher order thinking skills, right. So, they develop leadership skills and focus on learning as a process. So, what is happening is here, this particular technique where we are trying to develop skills for solving problem, it is taken as a higher order thinking skill, because the person who is involved in solving a problem is involved in a way that he focuses on the process. So, he is learning the complete process, that how to solve the problem. He is not just learning the outcome, he is not trying to get an outcome for a particular problem. Here we are developing the process where he or she can actually solve any kind of problem whenever it comes to, right. So, we are not teaching a solution for a particular problem, mind you, we are helping people grow to solve any problem. So, it means they are learning the process of solving problems. So, that is how this is known as a higher order thinking skill. Now, what are the benefits of problem solving games? So, here are a couple of benefits of problem solving games. Number 1, motivation and engagement. Number 2, immediate feedback. Number 3, cognitive growth. Number 4, skill development. Number 5, helps develop a culture of problem solving. So, motivation and engagement is the first benefit. What does it mean? So, when we are helping or using problem solving games or helping people learn problem solving process or trying to help them learn the complete process of problem solving, the first thing is person feels motivated because person knows I am going to end up learning a high end skill, right, and feels engaged, feels part of that process. So, it motivates and engages the person who is up to learning this skill, because in the game what happens, we get involved in a game, you just recall if you are playing a carom board at home, you are playing chess at home, sitting with your family members, you get really engaged in the game. Same way, when we are using games to solve problem, of a business, of a organization, even then the same thing happen, because the game is supposed to be engaging. So, of course, the selection of games is important and the type of games which we use is important, and certainly each game is not there for all kind of problems, right. We have to use multiple couple of games together, one after another, to help people learn about the process of problem solving. So, but anyways, it helps people to understand that wow, this is something I am honing upon, I am learning. So, it really helps people, it gets the attention and engagement of participants. Then another benefit of problem solving games is that we get immediate feedback. So, while we are teaching something through games, of course, we are teaching the skill of problem solving through games here. So, we can get immediate feedback that this is going to work or not, is it working or not. So, the immediate feedback, because in the game there is an interaction, the team members are interacting on the spot, or online, parallelly, at the same spot, maybe or different locations, but they are giving feedback about what they are learning, they are finding it useful, they are not finding it useful, the whole process. So, they are giving the feedback. So, since feedback is there, the success of that particular game or learning becomes evaluatable. So, this is the another benefit of problem solving game. Third benefit is cognitive growth, because people get chance to experience how to solve the process. So, it is an experiential learning, and certainly your mind is involved. Whenever your mind, your brain is part of the game, is part of the solution or part of the learning, it is your brain is involved, means your cognitive growth is happening. You are learning a process, a permanent learning, a skill set which is going to be there with you throughout your life. So, it is a cognitive growth which is happening because of these games. The fourth benefit is that there are there is a skill development. The ultimate benefit is that we end up learning the skill, right. So, we end up learning the skill to solve the problem. So, this skill development is the end goal of the problem solving games, and certainly is very important output of the problem solving games. So, that is why we call it as a benefit. The last benefit of problem solving game is it helps develop a culture of problem solving. You know, gradually what will happen in the whole organization, wherever problem solving games are used or practiced, people start thinking and wow, that worked very well to solve that particular problem, and then they start applying their mind, because already cognitive growth has happened, as a process of problem solving games, right? So this helped to develop a culture around the organization where everybody puts in an effort to solve the problem. So that's very interesting. If a culture is developed to solve problem, then certainly it's a great achievement for any organization. So I hope you were able to understand the meaning of the problem solving, the background why problem solving games are important, activities are important, and the benefits of problem solving games. Now we will proceed to certain games one by one. So I am going to discuss couple of games, and I am going to discuss by their name, that and by the objective of the game, that how a particular game can be used in a certain situation, what is the ultimate outcome of a particular game. So the game number 1 I want to discuss is named as escape room. So here is the escape room. The ultimate objective is for collaboration and communication. The goal of this game is to solve the clues, find the key, and escape the locked room within the time allotted. And the learning is, it helps in effective communication, creative thought process, and collaboration to overcome obstacles. So let me explain how this game works, how one can use, how a manager can use this game, to develop problem solving skill. So collaboration and communication are two important learnings for anybody to solve a problem, right? So what is this escape room game? This escape room game is that we give, as we put everybody in a room, and there are certain clues given, to the team members, people who are playing this game. They have to ultimately find a key, right, and have to get out of that room, because room has been locked. So that's why we named it escape room. So what is happening? People are given, it's like, we have played this many a times in our childhood. So one clue to another clue, and then finally they have to find the room to get out of that room which is locked, and key is inside the room, right? And then there is a time limit. So what will happen? Because there are team members, they need to decide who will be working in which direction. So if imagine if room is about 20 feet by 20 feet, or 20 by 20, 20 by 18, whatever, it's a bigger size room, or maybe bigger than that, or it could be a small, small room of 10 by 10, right? So what will happen? Somebody would need to take a lead, and they need to first of all decide. If they will just randomly start throwing things, searching things, they may end up taking so much of time. So if they collaborate, and if they think, right, let's say we are 6 people, so one of us will be looking at the every area around X table, Y table, X counter, Y counter, second will do this, third will do this, etc., etc. And the moment one finds one clue, he or she will indicate, right? This particular game can be made more difficult by giving an instruction that they will not speak anything. It's just the body language, right, or the clue they have to give. So it can be made much more difficult, depending upon what kind of people are participating. But if we make it simple, and if they are allowed to speak, so first of all they need to collaborate. They need to know that everybody is important, irrespective of either they are friends or not, irrespective of either this is a male or female, irrespective of the department they come from, irrespective of the culture they come from, collaboration is the answer. And that is also true to solve any problem, because nowadays problems are not simple, they are complex. We have technical requirement or understanding needed, technical knowledge is needed, soft knowledge is needed, legal knowledge is needed, but not. We need to have so many different expertise on board to solve any problem, because the problems represent so many areas. So collaboration is to be learned. So this will help people learn effective communication and effective collaboration, creative thinking process, instead of just randomly throwing things and searching everything, they can use some logic, right? After finding the first clue, they can come back and think about the second step. They can make a plan, they can make a policy that this is what we will do if this happens, this is what we will do, because they have a time limit, right? First minute is to spend to this, second minute is to spend is to find out this, etc., etc. And if they know how many clues are there, then it is little easy. But if they do not know how many clues are there to reach to the key, then it is more difficult. But unless there is a good collaboration, unless there is an effective communication, they can't solve the problem. So problem was simple here, to open a locked door and get out of that room, so to escape that room. But during the process, as we are seeing, we are engaging, the benefit of this problem solving game, of any game, is that we engage everyone. So here they are engaged, each one of them is engaged in, somebody would be very short in height, somebody would be very tall, the tall person may decide to look at the cupboards which are at the top, and a short person may look beneath or under the tables or chairs or whatever is there, right? This is a strategy. So same way they need to accommodate, if the problem they are solving of a client which is from Japan and speaks only Japanese language, and there is only one person in the team who knows Japanese, so what does it mean? He would be leading the communication and he would be translating it to others who are good in technology, in legal and all. So that is what is to be learned, that he or she who knows the language, Japanese language, may be very junior, he is just a newcomer, but team need to accommodate him, need to collaborate with him even, and need to forget about his designation or his culture, isn't it? So that is what we learn, that how can we solve a problem by collaborating, by communicating, effectively communicating about the problem. This was the game number 1. So now I would talk about game number 2, the great egg drop. This is the name of the game. So this is again for collaboration, but for decision making as well. So teams, they will get an egg, a tape, a newspaper and certain straws, and maybe some more material if the organizer wants to do that. The challenge is to build a structure that protects the egg from being broken when dropped from a certain height. And learning would be, it will help teams practice creativity, adaptability, teamwork and communication skill. So what is happening here? There are teams maybe of 5 to 6 people or 10 people. They are given one egg. About 5 to 6 is a good size of a team for this particular game. So they are given an egg, is a tape, a newspaper and few straws, the straws which we use for drinking, beverages. And what is the challenge? They have to build a structure with the help of that newspaper, straws and tape, that when they throw the egg from a given height, it could be from the top of a building, 1 floor, 2 floor, depending on, or it could be simply dropping from within the room from 10 feet, 6, 7 feet, etc. So the outcome which is expected is that the egg should not drop when it should not break when it is dropped from a certain height. So what is this game is helping team practice creativity adaptability, that there could be situation when the resources are limited and they have to come to the solution with the available limited resources, and they have to be creative in providing the solution, because it seems how can we save an egg, just newspaper and straws, right. So it creativity could be that how to drop a egg, the direction of an egg, or creativity could be that a newspaper can be put along with the straws at the floor where the egg is to be dropped, right. A net can be prepared with the help of that straws, and it can be actually without covering the egg. Creative thinking could be, just one example, that the team actually come up with a net of those straws and the paper, and then any height wherever it is, and then some glue if it was provided, or some tape can be put on the newspaper. So when egg comes and drops on that net, it just sticks to the tape, right, doesn't and but it is dropped in a particular direction. Or straws can be used, to make depending on the height they have been told, make a kind of rope, and the egg can be dropped through that newspaper, that hello thing, newspaper and straws. It could be anything, whatever is possible. You may not be able to save the egg, this is also a possibility, but during this process the team is learning to be creative, to be adaptive, and they are learning the good communication and teamwork, that everybody needs to think or give and come forward about this. So this was game number 2, which helps in collaboration, decision making. We have many more games to discuss, which we will be discussing in the future session soon. Thank you very much, friends. I hope you could learn these 2 interesting games. Thank you very much.